Hello everybody. Welcome to the channel if you are new, and welcome back if you are already a subscriber. In today's video, we're going to be doing a little walkthrough of my September setup for 2024. So first and foremost, we're going to talk about my budget planner. But before I get into that, I do want to just note that sadly, the Hobonichi Weeks is going to take a break for a month or two. If you guys have been hanging out, then you'll know I literally didn't even write anything down in all of July. I tried to get started again in August, and it's been a no-go, and I think it just has a lot to do with me not having time to update everything. It's just been really difficult. That's also what's kind of made doing Plan With Me is a little bit harder. I just haven't gotten back to my rhythm really since we got back from vacation and everything else, and trying to just work on my work-life balance a little bit, and with my new work schedule in terms of like what I need to be doing each day has changed, and I'm just getting my footing back. So I really wanted to keep it a very simple setup for this month. So I'm gonna worry about my budget planner and my spending tracker and things like that, which is what I'm gonna show you in this planner, and just doing my best to keep up with my weeklies and my dailies and my Hobonichi cousin. So I'm gonna move this off the table just so we have a little bit of extra room, and we will get into it. So just in case you're new, this is just a cover that I had in my stash, and the insert was in there. I don't even 100% remember where it's from. I think it was like a gift set or gift package like thing that I ordered, where it came with it and more stickers and things, and I couldn't just buy the stickers that I wanted. Not 100% sure, but you know, I saw it in my stash and I thought that it would make a really great setup for a budget planner. So I wanted to give it a go. So the very first thing that I do every month in this particular planner is I set up a row for each paycheck and list off everything that could possibly be due in that time period. Now that doesn't necessarily mean that I have to. So in some cases you'll see me draw a line where it's like, oh, that's already prepaid and I'm actually going to not have to pay that until the next month or something like that. So I'll go ahead and make some dashes and things of that nature. And other times you'll see like a little arrow, and it means I'm just gonna move it over to the next check. So those are just some quick ways to notate that, but it's just and another reason I put it there is even though it may have a zero balance, just in case I do put something on there in between point A and point B, I want it on the list. I do need to throw TJ Maxx on there because the card was paid off, and then I went and bought Halloween towels. So there we are with that. The next thing I do is I set up my weeklies. So I say quotations because instead of it being 7 days, I set them up for every 8 days. That's just the system that I found worked best for me. Instead of saying, okay, from this day, from Monday to Sunday, here's your week, I have found that it works better to split the month up into every 8 days, so that I start over with a fresh new budget every single month. And I feel like that's just been more helpful in this tracking system for trying to get my budget a little bit under control and monitor it. So I set those 4 pages up, and then I always put a notes page. So the idea for the notes page is, let's see if I have one on hand. I don't think. So this is one for July. So this one says with alcohol and without, because I was doing a lot of trip shopping. So I put notes of where I was over, and an action of no takeout next week, no extra unneeded groceries. So that is what this page gets used for. It's just a place for me to kind of total out the week, and for me to also give myself an action item, any advice, anything like that. So that works best for me. And then the very final page of this particular insert is a continuation of my kind of credit card loans tracking page. So I'll put the balance here, the carrier, the minimum, and then what I actually paid. And that has worked really, really well for me for keeping up with those card balances as they get paid off, or maybe if I have a little bit of extra that I can throw at one of them, I can at a quick glance kind of see where that would best be put. And then that takes care of my budget planner. Now things are going to change a little bit in October because I will be on vacation, like over kind of a weird time frame, and Jeff's birthday is in there, and there's a lot happening over about like a 2-week period. So I'm gonna have to rework my tracker pages a little bit. But now let's get into the fun planner, the one that we all are excited about. So first off, my yearly section I've previously used as a tracking section, but I've been using it to track my steps. I really like the version that Lindsay scribbles and that Helen do, and I'd like to get to that level. I feel like I'm definitely in a phase with my planners of trying to condense things, and I think that's kind of come out of just not being able to update everything and feeling very stretched thin. It's not that I wouldn't love to have kind of like my fitness and health planner and this planner and the budget planner. I've also had, I think when I started the year, I also had like kind of my tarot planner. So we've definitely kind of shrunk down. But I really am starting to try to use these pages a little bit differently and get everything into one book, so that it's just a one-stop shop for updating and hopefully keeping things a little bit simpler. So I've been using 3 different colors to notate my under 10,000 step days, my 10,000 or over, and my 12,000 and over days. I'm gonna use the same color scheme for September. I had not realized that I had not done that color scheme yet. I think I was playing around with the idea of having it match the monthly spread. So we'll see if that happens. And then again, in October, things are gonna change because I'm gonna have some pretty high step walking days. And I anticipate that I'm gonna add some more colors or change up the numerics of each color, because usually the more into fall I get, the more active I am outside, and I want to go hike and do those things. So I'll need to account for days that have more steps. Then, like I said, I was trying to decide if I wanted to just keep the same color scheme or if I wanted to use this one, because I cannot tell you guys how much I love September and October's color schemes from Coffee Monster Co. kits. So I use the Coffee Monster Co. kit. I know it doesn't, I literally only use these, which is so sad. I did not use any of the fun stuff. So this is a question for you guys, because we are very fast approaching the blessed Labor Day weekend Hobonichi release that happens over September 1st weekend. And I think it's like officially all live and you can purchase on the 1st. I think that's right. What planners are you guys thinking about getting for 2025? I am pretty steadfast that I think it's going to be a Hobonichi cousin. I don't think I'm gonna go for the Han. I've enjoyed the year in it. If I see a design that I feel like I can't live without, I might go for it, but I'm really considering just a plain design for this year. Stay tuned for that, because not really sure how that's gonna go. But that's what I'm leaning towards as of right now. But definitely a Hobonichi cousin, set up in terms of the A5 size and the cousin aspect. I'm not doing an AVEC, so it'll either be a Han or a cousin. So let me know what you guys are getting. And since Coffee Monster Co. has released what the 2025 monthly planner kits are gonna look like, what planner kit are you guys going with? So currently she has 2023, 2024, and then she'll have 2025. So there'll be kind of like 3 options there to pick from. So let me know what you're going with. I'm really leaning towards not reusing, but doing another one. And I did this before. I feel like I'm like on an every other year love basis for her. I will still get like a lot of the add-ons and things, but just maybe not the monthly kits themselves. I don't know. But I'm really leaning towards another year with the florals because I really quite enjoyed them. And I love that it's the birth month flower, just the same as I loved the kits. I think it was from, I know they're near me. What year was it? Where they were all themed, like kind of seasonal, and I love them. But I I don't know what year they are because it doesn't have it on here. I think it was 2022 or 2021. It doesn't have a year on there, so I don't know. But it was, I really do think it was the 2021 kits that I reused for 2 years. I used them in 21 and in 22. Or maybe I don't know. Now I'm just confusing myself. I used the 2022 kits in 2022 and 2023 because I didn't like the 2023 kits. That's right. I'm 100% sure. Sorry. Thank you for all going down that very painful rabbit hole. But I use my monthly spread to write down the videos that I post. I'm going to be using 620 for that. 623 I'm going to be using if I post stuff to Instagram or Facebook. Here's hoping. And then I used 991. I don't know why. Oh, I think I just, I'm doing like a little color key on these monthly spreads, just in case somebody wants to know what colors I picked to go with the monthly kit. But I use 991 for all of my banners and my little extra dots down here. So I always put my cleaning list for the month down this bar and just check it off as I go to make sure I've hit everything at least once in a month. And then I've left 3 little bullet points down here for anything I move over from August that I don't necessarily get to. I am definitely in a phase of decluttering and deep cleaning, and I'm hoping that that will continue. I think a lot of it is in prepped for me having multiple house guests in October and just trying to create a clean space. Now, as far as the weekly goes, if you guys have hung out for a while, then you'll know I don't do a lot of setup on the weekly pages. They're really, honestly, I don't do a lot of setup at all. Like, I enjoy setting up what color combos I'm going to use or anything like that, but I really just try to allow myself room to create and pick colors that week based off of a washi or what have you, because I found in the past if I set up too much, I usually kind of pigeonhole myself and I get myself into a predicament I don't like, and I don't feel creative, and then I get bored and I don't track. You guys would have seen this in the August setup video. These are 2 washi tapes I believe that I have from Jen Hadfield. I think that's the brand that they're from, pretty sure, but it just gives me like those end of the summer garden vibes, and I really love those golden colors. I've got a clear Post-it, which I get these from Staples. I absolutely love them, but I've got a little Post-it on this page because I would like to use the 2 Little Bees collab that's coming in the Q3 subscription box, and it is just not here yet at the time of filming, but this is just how I would remind myself that that's what I want to use for that particular week, so that when it gets here I can go ahead and use it, or whenever the washi gets here I can go ahead and put it down in the spread. The next week I want to use the Coffee Monster Code 2.0, and I'm very excited because I have another little surprise up my sleeve for that particular week that I want to use that I am not going to talk to you guys about right now because it's a surprise. And then I am going to be using the Day to Night kit that was released in the birthday sale on this particular week. I don't have that yet either, but it hopefully will be here at that point. If not, I will pivot and it'll be fine. And then this is the last week of the month, but this is the first week of fall. So I really wanted to use this super cute, very fall, I don't even remember what it's called, washi from last year's kind of fall releases. I am on pins and needles. She has been working on Halloween washi designs. So I think we're getting a Halloween washi this year. And I think she's like worked on 3 different designs. So we may not get them all, and we may get more than one. I put a comment on her YouTube and I was like, oh my God, are there gonna be 3? She's not promising 3, but she's also not promising more than 1. So I'm just on bated breath because Halloween is my favorite. I love all things spooky. So I will be happy with 1 washi, but more washi just makes my heart flutter. I hope that you guys got a little bit of inspiration out of this, and that I encourage you guys to use your supplies, throw down Post-its when they're not there yet, and get excited about fall. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Please drop below in the comments what you're thinking about using as your planner for 2025. And if you use Coffee Monster Co. kits, what kit are you leaning towards in terms of design? Cannot wait to figure out how that's going to come out in the comments and what your thoughts are. Hot takes and topics right here. But until next time, enjoy creating your own little wonderlands. Bye, everybody.